don't want to. Okay, I've been straight on. So
we ain't gotta touch it.
no, I mean it's an interesting topic. It can make for a couple good sound bites you can put on Instagram or whatever.
T Brooks, cue the intro. T Brooks,
but is that what we do this for? But is that what we do this for? Do we do this for clicks?
No, we don't. We just talking shit. We just talking, talking, hollering at it. So it is what
I mean. I get it.
I get it. We're already doing it. We're already
current events.
What up? It's your boy T.
Yeah, it's your man B.
Hey, you on the ride up? Season 3, episode 20, the season finale.
I got my gas money today.
We got the folks with us. We got some folks with us. We got Ron Brown. We got Kelly Guy.
What up? Gang. What's good?
We got the guys with us. All right, listen, we got a couple things we're gonna get into before we get out of here with y'all tonight. So let me say this before we get into this, because at the current moment is October 26th, and we all know what the hot topic has been for the last week. But if you are a fan of the podcast, you know that Brian and I are we sort of try to run away from those type of things, because we want quality clicks. We don't want the easy clicks. And the second you hear Kanye's name, it's immediately going to be a click. But I want to talk about Kanye. But before we talk about, I want to talk about somebody else, and it's sort of connected to Kanye West.
Okay.
So on social media, we all follow different celebrities, right? We all follow different people. Like I know you guys follow. Not everybody we follow is Instagram strippers, right? We follow some comedians, some ball players. Right. So one person that I follow, because I'm a fan, and I'm one of those people who I can follow somebody who I don't always agree with, right? Talib Kweli is one of the people who I am a fan of him, but I don't always agree with him, but I can still follow him just because, people a lot of times get upset when somebody says something that they don't agree with because they value their opinion. And that's what I think we have a lot of going on right now. It's like there's people who actually value Kanye's opinion on stuff, and I think that triggers people because they want him. They want every nigga to be one way.
I'm gonna just switch my glass real quick because we're talking about Kanye.
I'm not talking about Kanye per se right at the moment. I'm talking about social media has decided that you have to walk in the same path as everybody else that I like and think the way that I like. And the second you veer from that path, regardless of whether or not there's understanding or not, or there's logic or not, it's ugly. It gets ugly quick, right? Without the facts. There's no, it's too much. It's social media, number one, is too opinion based. It's too many people who were the idiots in middle school and high school, right? Why people give too much credence to the idiots as if they know what the fuck they're talking about. And you get drawn into these back and forths with these idiots and you don't know their credentials, right? Like for instance, if right now you clicked on a page and it says Michael Jordan's coming back to the NBA, what's as an intelligent person, what's the first thing you're gonna do?
Break out the jersey. Break it out. Fool. Break out the jersey.
As a responsible person, you're going to check the source, right? You're going to check the source. Right. Like if there's something major that's happening, if there's political shit, you're gonna check the source. If there's sports, you're gonna like if Adam Schefter says it or if fucking Woj says it, it's gonna have some weight with it. Like, okay, maybe it's about to happen, right? But a lot of times you see a bunch of bogus bullshit. You look on the bottom and it's some random ass sports page that's making up shit for clicks, right?
Mhm.
You can't do that with these goofy motherfuckers. You get back and forth with these motherfuckers and you get drawn and sucked into not realizing that these motherfuckers they got shit to do and they trolling, right? And I feel like when you put lick in somebody's system and you give them a platform to just run their fucking mouth, you get a Kanye West on Drink Champs trolling the world, drinking their own fucking Kool-Aid. Talib Kweli does the same shit. Like, yes.
Oh, I didn't.
Do y'all follow Talib Kweli?
No.
Let me tell you one of Talib Kweli's favorite tactics. Like he has I don't think I've ever seen anybody that's of celebrity status respond to the regular folks as much as he does. But his favorite thing to do is if you agree with there's something that's going to come out of Donald Trump's mouth that I agree with. Doesn't mean I support him, but if Donald Trump looks up and says the sky is blue, and I look up and say, oh shit, the sky is blue. Talib Kweli is the type of person to say, oh, you agree with Donald Trump. You're a Nazi.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I see where you're going with this. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
It's to the point where it's like you have to agree what I have to agree. Like you can't be open-minded.
Not with Talib Kweli is the type you don't even have to agree with Talib Kweli. You just can't speak on it. like Kweli. Number one, you wasn't like why like the thing about this is the thing that blows my mind. Like people will talk about Kanye West like, oh, he ain't a gangster. Now they mad because he chesting up. Like, who gonna come check him? Talib Kweli, nigga, you wasn't a gangster rapper, bruh. You ain't about you're not a gangster. You're not a gangster rapper. You're not in the streets. You ain't no thug. If a nigga truly pulled up on you, you'd call the police like the regular ass citizen you are.
Wait, what did he do? What did he do?
Like, what are you responding to in general? Are you
what
just
did he do to you to say that?
Oh, Talib, because you know Talib Kweli has a regular he has a regular daily conversation about Kanye West. Like it's regular.
Jesus Christ! I would have been blocked.
To be honest with you, I personally think that Talib had a falling out with Kanye, and that's why he's, doing what normal people are doing, talking shit about Kanye. He had a falling out. If he didn't have a falling out, I doubt that shit. T talking about.
In my opinion.
Talk your shit, T. Talk your shit.
Common should never come out of his mouth and disrespect Kanye West unless Kanye directly disrespects him. Talib Kweli is in the same boat because you guys were veteran rappers before Kanye West approached your craft.
And Kanye did disrespect. So I mean, openly.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. He did on Drink Champs.
He did on Drink Champs.
Because he was talking. The nigga, you talking about the hat statement?
It was something else.
That they came and laughed
He
about.
literally called him a whack rapper. Like, what you mean?
He called him whack. So that to me, that's
come on, dog. Talib isn't whack lyrically. Like, is he whack lyrically?
No.
Talib
can spit. He can spit.
A lot of niggas would call Talib Kweli a whack rapper. Right?
No, you call him a whack rapper?
A lot of niggas would call Talib Kweli a whack rapper. What I will say is, Talib Kweli was a failed rapper after Black Star until
you tripping. You tripping, T. You tripping. Have you heard Airdrop?
You ain't let me finish. You ain't let me finish.
That's not accurate.
Wow. No, you let me finish. What was Talib? What was Talib doing before Kanye came into the picture?
He did Reflection Eternal, two for Reflection Eternal.
No.
Yes.
Talib got bangers, bro.
What?
Talib got
Relax.
bangers, bro.
He don't have bangers.
I don't really.
He has a good pen. He don't have bangers.
What?
Hold
Hold on. Didn't Jay-Z jump on a remix on one of his singles? Are you crazy?
Who produced that
Are
record?
you crazy?
Who produced the record? Who produced the record?
Yo,
Who produced the record?
No, T, you're not gonna push that narrative. You just
Who
said that he
produced the
didn't.
record?
No. You're not gonna twist that narrative, dog. You just say he didn't have any bangers. You just say he didn't have any bangers.
No. Did y'all not hear me say? I said after Black Star, Black Star, and before Kanye West. Did I not say that?
He was with DJ High Tech, and he.
Did I not say that?
After Black Star, he was a failed rapper after Black Star.
Have you heard a record? Yo, T, have you heard a record called The Blast featuring Hot Tech? Like, are you for real?
That's Black Star. That's Black Star.
That's Black Star. That is not Black Star.
That's not Black Star. Black Star is most Talib
album that came out in 1990.
I'm talking about that time frame. I'm talking about the time frame.
There's not the same time.
When did the Blast come out, bro?
Black Star came out in 1997 or 1998.
And when did Blast come out?
2000, 2001. I was in Philadelphia. I remember when it dropped, bro.
And are we calling that a banger?
The Reflection Eternal.
Oh my God, yo! I can't believe we're starting this discussion like this.
The album with DJ High Tech was crazy. I don't
I'm asking the question. Was it a banger?
Banger? He had joints on there, like joints that I listen to. But
we know let's be real. When we say something a banger, you know what a banger is.
What you talking about? But you're talking
about.
Are you talking
about commercial? Are we talking about bangers?
Black Star. There's no.
You know what a banger is.
Commercial.
There's
no. Are you talking about commercial?
He stayed in his lane. He stayed in his demographic. Fuck with him at the time. And I don't know.
If that nigga didn't have.
So
if that nigga didn't have Get By, boy, if he didn't have Get By, he would have been good by. If he had Get By, he'd have been good by. If Kanye did not put that nigga on the College Dropout album,
dog, have you heard
of a record? Hold on. Have you heard of a record featuring Bilal? It's trash. You tripping, dog? Listen. I'm just bullshitting. It's the finale. I'm bullshitting. I mean, I'm not bullshitting about the banger part.
This is why I love. Listen to me. This is why I love when we get on this podcast. I just wish that we would.
For the record, I was bullshitting, and not on the banger part, but everything I was bullshitting. I fuck with Talib. That's my guy. That's my guy.
I can't.
And Brian knows this. You know this.
But go ahead with his. I don't listen to him, so I used to follow him on Twitter. I don't follow him on.
Why you don't follow no more?
Well, he got banned on.
Why we think? Because he called people Nazis. He be nutting out, right?
Harassing.
Who got banned on Twitter? What?
Talib Kweli.
Yeah. Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Hey, for what?
His fans were he directed his fans to harass this young woman, and they actually still doing it kind of. So like he got banned from Twitter. I'm surprised he's on Instagram still. So
I can't believe like what is like people like we're in a day and age where like people are so fucking sensitive to the point where you can't even use your First Amendment. Like you don't have to fucking agree. Jesus Christ, man, you get offended and you get deleted or you get like America's so fucking soft.
No. What Talib had them doing to that girl, he was whack for that, bro. He was bugging for that.
So come on, you think Beyonce's fans don't do that shit? You don't think Nicki Minaj fans don't do that shit? Like, come on, let's be real.
They absolutely do. And then
you something special.
Bro.
You
No. Stop. The difference is Beyonce is not getting on Twitter or Instagram and you know what I'm saying, invoking that shit. Talib is like egging the fire on. He's literally telling people, yo, hey, go do this. This person's this person's that. Go ahead and do this to him. Like he's doing that.
Yeah, there's a difference. There's a difference.
You know what I'm saying? And it's weird because it's like, bro, you the person that got to go live and get on stage. I mean, you're not going to no arenas or anything like that because you don't have that big of a crowd. And that's not a shot. That's a fact. That's not a shot. That's a fact.
He has his own audience. Right? Exactly. He has his own audience. He has his own audience.
No. That's not a shot. So what I said it for a reason. Like if you're at a stadium, it's a lot harder for somebody to get at you. Whereas if you're in a smaller venue, it's not as hard to have a motherfucker run up on stage. That's what I said. That's why I was saying that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but you be having like you don't like it's like, bro, like he do way too much, bro. Like
wait, who does?
Talib, he does way too much. Like, are you an activist or are you a cyberbully? Which one? Like you can't get my thing is you can't get a read on him.
All right,
and it's good for content.
I think he's one of those people that I think he fucked up his perception a little bit. Like to me, like he's fucked up. I still listen. I can still listen to Black Star. It's not like I can't listen.
Did you go get that? Did you subscribe to Luminary so you can get that album?
What the fuck?
No. You ain't do that?
What? Like nobody. Like I don't like. I get what they're trying to do, but I get what they're trying to do. And
wait, are we shitting on that Black Star album right now? Is that what we doing?
I haven't heard it, so I can't shit on it.
Have you heard it?
I can't hear it.
You can't shit on something you haven't heard.
Yeah, I definitely didn't shit on it because I haven't heard it.
No, but Ron asked, "Can be shitting on it? How you gonna shit on something you can't hear?"
I'm only asking because I'm not hearing the whole conversation. There's a lot of cross.
Their newest album. You have to be like subscribed to their like.
No. Okay, so I heard the Black Star album. I'm just saying, did we didn't everybody didn't hear it, right?
No.
How can you?
I haven't heard it. And
I don't know. I ain't heard the shit.
I wasn't gonna bootleg it. I was trying to. I'm a respect.
I'm not gonna.
I don't even know if you can.
Listen, I still pirate shit, so.
I don't even know if you can pirate this.
Listen, can you? I'm not gonna lie. I still pirate shit, so I heard the album, so I don't know. I don't know what to say about that.
Hit me with the link. No, don't hit me.
Right. I'm hit you with the link, dog. I'm hit you with the link.
No, fuck that. We didn't.
Hey,
listen, we're still. Listen, we come from the Napster era. We come from the LimeWire era. My nigga.
Whatever. Other ones. All of them.
Hey, listen.
Pirate Bay. Listen, this is Pirate Bay. There's a whole bunch of.
Hey, the sponsors and the sponsors and owners of On the Ride Up Podcast Network do not endorse pirating.
Stream. DSPs.
Stream. I'm sorry. Is it stream? We stream. Okay, stream.
Ron Brown does not represent On the Ride Up Podcast Network.
Listen, I got my gas money. I'm in the back seat. You better cut that out. I'm in the back seat. I got my $5.
Nigga, Uber don't to get in an Uber costs $8 now. What do you mean?
Well, goddamn it, I got my $8. Look, I'll go get my change from my piggy bank and put on the extra $3.
So, all right. Because I think I know where Felix is gonna go with it. We can either move on from off Talib Kweli because we done talk about Talib Kweli's discography, nigga. That's what we doing on episode 20.
Hey, listen, we gotta. Hey, listen, I want to get the juices flowing, baby. Let's go.
Let's go down the top. Let's do our first take. Let's do our first take, right? Let's just go down the topics, right?
All right. So, what was one of the other topics that you had brought up pre-production? I don't like doing that. I like to have a natural conversation, but my bad.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely. Let's have an after. If we have an after conversation, we're going to talk about Kanye West. So
we're going to end up right. That's right.
I know where Felix is about to go, but I would just say this. My man said.
I can't wait for Felix. I cannot wait for Felix.
A man said slavery was a choice that was anti-black, and I don't fuck with it. He tried to make Confederate flags fetch. Fetch don't happen. It's never gonna happen. He did that, but everybody forgave him for that. That was cool. That was back in 2012, but we forgave him for that. He said single white males have the least platform of all people. And
it's weird.
That was on a white man's platform. On a white man's platform, he said that. One of the biggest white platforms in America. He said white straight males. I'm sorry, white straight males have no voice in America.
He did.
One of the biggest white male straight voices in America. The biggest problem.
This is what he said.
And one of the corniest motherfuckers in the world. Anyway, but that's neither here nor there. That was anti-black and dismissive and bullshit. And
definitely bullshit.
Void of all facts. But we'll move on. Let's move on. Then, or before that, he made a White Lives Matter shirt. And Rizza Islam said, pointed this out with John Paul II at the Pope on the front. The one that was touching little he forgave all the other Catholic fucking what do they call them? They're not preachers. My bad.
Priests.
The priests that were touching little boys. When they finally found it out, that was
the Popesists. I don't know.
He was cool with it. Apologized and then swept it under the rug. Then he has White Lives Matter on the back. I don't get the correlation. He'd have to act. I haven't listened to Kanye enough. He's probably explained it. He probably didn't. But and then he went back on Drink Champs to say that George Floyd didn't get killed. Dude wasn't on his neck like that, and he died of a drug overdose. Even though they proved without a shadow of a doubt, that's why the man's in prison right now. The police officer. Let's talk about that. The police officer is in prison. How many police officers go to prison that have killed somebody? If there was a shadow of a doubt, reasonable doubt, that a police officer kills anybody, they don't go to jail. It's called and that's for a reason. It's in the law. It's called because they get the opportunity to get a split. It's about the split second before they actually kill somebody, right? It's what they think is reasonable force right before they kill somebody. It's called I'm not gonna try to bring the word up. There's a reason why they can't get prosecuted. That's what I'm trying to say. So this man got prosecuted and got sent away for a hate crime.
Mm-hmm.
So what are we actually talking about? Where you're talking about this man had fentanyl in the system, which he did, not to the degree of him being in an overdose position or state. So you're parroting this narrative that that Candace Owens and
exactly
far right, alt right, whatever you want to call it, atmosphere environment is saying, but you're not even like, and then you double down. I saw him on the interview after that. They asked him about that. He was like, "Oh, you know that people aren't thinking. They not free thinking." And da da da. He doubled down. You didn't even think. You don't even listen. You're not even listening. You don't even know the facts. You didn't even listen to the actual fact. You just you just heard this. Y'all are just hearing this from the main. No, we watched this man die with a knee on his neck, and then a court that is supposed to be pro judicial system, pro prosecution, pro everything. Criminal justice, it leans towards the police, no matter what. They sent this man away. If it was a slightest doubt that he didn't die of being that knee on his neck, he wouldn't be in prison right now, no matter what we saw.
Agreed.
So you're saying that, then you double down on that. So that was all. This is all before he thought that he said the wild Jew shit. The night before. So
I want to get into that after you finish this. Because what you're labeling, what you're running down is the black issues.
Yeah, I don't give a right. That's my thing. I don't give a fuck about what he's talking about. Whether it's
are we letting Felix go last on this conversation?
No, I'm not even gonna get too far into it because I don't care. I didn't even listen to it far enough.
Right. Yeah, Brian has definitely been playing the outside of this because he's been done with Kanye West.
So right. I don't. Yeah, and you know that because from the group chats. But so what you're saying, I've already said, yo, fam, he doesn't fuck with us. He's trolling us to get outrage points, and niggas are so fucking brainwashed to get for this nigga that they'll excuse whatever the fuck he's saying.
Mm.
And now that a group of people aren't fucking with what he's saying to them, now black people are mad about it. Like, no, nigga, y'all excuse that bullshit. Y'all excuse this bullshit for years now. It's been years. And because a group of people wasn't fucking with it, and he ain't say that. There's no like rabbi saying no on TV, like for real, like saying fuck Kanye West or whatever they want to say, fuck Kanye West, but like Kanye West needs to be canceled. No, niggas is just separated. They was phone calls.
We need to separate ourselves from Kanye. That's what it is. We need to separate.
We're just terminating everything. And we like, and yes, there's some wild hypocrisies. There's some weird dichotomies to that we can dissect, unpack. Maybe not on this podcast because I don't care. I don't care. He's done and said enough for us for not to be fucking with him. Stop fucking with him.
Right. Be on. Yeah. That's where I'm at. If you're not fucking with, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I'm done. I'm just saying. It's this like.
If you're not fucking with this man, stop talking about him.
Yeah, and I have stopped every time people ask.
It's that simple. I mean, is it not that simple? Like, what quality of life?
But they can't though. But see, here's the thing.
What quality? But what quality of life? What is Kanye doing? What is Kanye doing?
I'm going to answer your question. I'm going to answer your question. I'm going to answer your question. You said if you don't fuck with him, then stop fucking with him. I'm going to tell you why that's not going to happen. Because a lot of people build their thing off of other people. And Kanye, like being opposed to Kanye West.
Well, that needs to change.
It's not just Kanye. It's being opposed to anybody.
That's what I'm saying. So doesn't that have to change?
Hey, yo.
It's not, but it's not going. Hold on one second. It's not going to change. It's not going to change until the people stop tuning in. It's not about the.
Right. It's not about. So don't we need to stop tuning in?
But you can't. I'm gonna tell you why.
Why?
How many people do you work with?
Me personally?
Yes.
40. Jesus Christ, maybe 45, 50 people. Are
they allowed to use their cell phones while they work?
No, they are not.
Okay. I work in a place where I have about 40, 50 people. They're always on their cell phone.
Okay.
Felix work in the industry where people are always on their cell phone.
Okay.
What are you doing? What are you doing on your cell phone? social media eats people alive.
Well, I'm checking stocks. I'm on Pornhub.
You are.
I'm on eBay. No, I'm just being serious. I'm on Pornhub.
Listen,
I check the stocks.
This guy, yeah.
What I'm
I'm on
saying is,
Instagram. I don't know.
I love that. But what I'm saying is, it's in theory it sounds simple. Just stop fucking with him. Stop tuning in to what Kanye got to say. Stop tuning in to people responding what Kanye says and does. The problem is people aren't going to do that because they want to feel a part of something. Social media makes you feel like what you think matters and what you want to say matters, even though it doesn't matter what the fuck you think about Kanye West because you are not in their league. We're not in their league.
Are you saying it's not a choice?
No, because people are sucked in like this right now.
Was slavery a choice?
Yes, it was a choice. Hey, wait, it was a choice. Wait,
Hey,
no, let's be clear. Wait a minute. Slavery was a choice. It just wasn't a choice for us. It was a choice for the slave masters. It wasn't our choice.
Listen.
Yo, I'm about to say this before I forget, man.
Felix, talk your shit. Felix, please. Yes, everybody, listen. I need Felix, please. Felix, sir. Can I have Felix? I need Felix. Yes, sir. I am all ears, sir.
So I remember it was not too long ago. I went to visit T to do an interview, and we were talking our shit about the verses, DMX and Jay-Z, and then I brought up the situation with this clown rapper that everybody was talking. He's a troll clown rapper at the time. He was hot. And I remember T was like, yo, if you don't fuck with the guy, just don't pay him no attention.
Exactly.
Now, same thing with Kanye. You know, we all know that Kanye hasn't been the same since, the death of his mom, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, there's no excuse, you know what I'm saying? But some of the things that he'd be saying, people keep forgetting to say that this is America. We're not in Cuba, we're not in Russia. You have every right to say how you feel. You don't have to agree with Kanye. That's all I'm trying to say. You don't have to agree with him. Everyone has the right to, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, you know what I'm saying? And what transpired proves what Kanye is talking about. You could talk about your own people. You could talk about this, that, and the third. But if you say one disrespectful line or any comment about, the J word, you're finito. Look what happened to Nick Cannon. That happened to him. They shut down his Wildin' Out, and they made him apologize, and then Wildin' Out was and it proves to let everyone know who runs this shit, who runs media, who runs movies, who runs the world.
You know why Jewish people run all the shit in America?
They run over.
Credit.
They run over. Now, everybody who knows me, I'm not a racist. I don't discriminate, none of that.
You're black, you can't be racist. You're black, you can't be racist, sir.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of black people that are racist. But
they're not racist. They may be presidents. They're not. Black people cannot be racist. But they can be prejudiced. They can be. But all in all, there's some prejudiced black people. They're not racist.
All in all, though, Kanye has been wanted to get out of his deal from Adidas from the beginning. He was complaining that they had a new person. I forgot his name. They were, and I think the only way to do some stupid shit to get out the contract is to say some disrespectful shit, or be a free thinker. And the only thing I feel bad for is not for Kanye. I feel bad for the people who works for him. Like now, I just found out that the academy, down to the academy, they're not going to participate in basketball tournaments. I've seen them play, like what I'm saying. So because of one person, a lot of people are going to suffer for one person's free thinking. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I'm a little worried about. But I don't know anybody that was rocking Adidas. Like I wasn't rocking Adidas. My first pair was
Felix
Adidas.
talking,
Was
Felix
Yeezy.
talking shit, Felix. Felix talking shit. Go ahead, bro.
Like, you know
Go
what I'm saying?
ahead,
So
bro.
it's a lose for
Go
Adidas. To be honest
ahead.
with
Talk
you,
some shit.
oh yeah, they cut ties with him. Okay, I'm pretty sure that Kanye's gonna go with some other brand. You know, after he lay low, and then look what's gonna happen. Adidas gonna just sink. Now people say, "Oh, what are we gonna do with Adidas? I mean, what you gonna do with your Yeezy? The same thing you're gonna do with your Starbucks. The same thing you're gonna do with your Gucci and your Louis. You know what I'm saying? You supporting all these motherfuckers that don't give a fuck about you. I asked a lot of people
Felix, if you don't talk your
who
shit,
goes to
Felix.
Starbucks.
Felix, if you don't talk your shit, Felix. If you don't talk your shit, Felix.
Like, let's be for real. Like, a lot of people are hypocrites. Like, you know what I'm saying? You saying this about Kanye, but you still go to Starbucks. You still spend your money on Gucci and Louis and all these motherfuckers that don't care about you, that don't even support you. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, let's be real.
I can't wait for the Adidas Boost dropouts. I mean, they're gonna call them.
And
They're gonna call them something else. They're gonna call them.
The crazy part is, even though it's a partnership, they still gotta pay that man. There's a lot of that, like, you know.
See, I don't know the lines. See, I don't know the lines in between that. That's a messy. That was a messy marriage. Just like him and Kim. It's a messy marriage. Go ahead, Felix. I'm sorry.
I know, but I mean, like I said, I'm not worried about Kanye. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's a millionaire. Like, I got my own shit I got to worry about. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see what I got to do to bring up all first verse and on the ride up. You know what I'm saying? So we can.
What's the name of the movie?
Oh, Open Secrets, baby. Open Secrets. Red cover.
Please talk about your movie, 3rd, Felix, sir. Talk about your movie. Open Secrets. Can we talk about Open Secrets?
But yeah, man. Like, but I think like everybody needs to like. We should just don't give a fuck about these celebrities, man. Like, fuck them.
Really shouldn't.
Fuck them.
We really shouldn't.
Unless you personally know them and you have like they're their family. Fuck them. Fuck what they think. They don't give a fuck about it. Fuck them.
Let me chime in real quick on one of the things you said about, and I think the things that, one thing about what Brian just said, Brian didn't give any opinions. Brian basically laid out facts. Felix, what you said, you made some very good points too. I want to add this. Number one, Adidas is already lost. They already listed to lose $250 million.
250 million.
Yeah, they already listed to be losing money. I watched the Drink Champs interview, and this is my problem, and this is why I love that interview, because I feel like America needs to really look at itself and say, what makes someone anti-Semitic? Because you can't just, somebody saying something about someone Jewish as an individual does not qualify as anti-Semitic unless their opinion on that person is due to them being Jewish in a negative manner. Maybe I missed it, but I don't recall Kanye West saying something negative about the Jewish, or something that's he didn't defame the Jewish community, because he said what is basically the truth. They run the media. They do. They run a lot of the commerce. They do. They don't run all of it. So yeah, there's gonna be people that point out, oh, well, there's somebody that runs. That's cool. But for you to act like you don't know what he meant, it's ignorant. If you can take what you want from what he said and draw a negative conclusion, then be responsible enough to at least try to understand what the fuck he was talking about. Sure, it's easy to say, oh, he did this because he wanted to get out of the deal. You know what? If at the end of this, if you are still a fan of Adidas, then shame on you too, because they are complicit. Because if his motive was to get out of the deal, hey Adidas, why did it take them to go this far to get out of the deal? Why? Right? Now I'm not going to say that therefore, because it wasn't like Kanye said, "Hey yo, load up the guns and go do this," or he didn't threaten. He basically said, "Yo."
He didn't say Kanye did not get out the deal when he said slavery was a choice.
Right.
You know,
Like he didn't get canceled. He didn't get canceled before all that other shit.
Let me give y'all this. Okay? Let me give y'all this. Hold up. Let me give y'all this. It's anti-slave. It's saying slavery was a choice. Is that anti-Semitic? No. Not
in this glorious country.
There's only two groups of people right now that feels like you're gonna lose everything if you talk about them. You got to be anti-gay and anti-Semitic. We already know that being anti-black isn't a death sentence.
Right.
I mean,
anti-black is not a death sentence. Right.
What was his name? Don Imus, the one who said nappy-headed hoes a couple 10 years ago. Does he not still have a lucrative fucking job? You're muted, Brian. I'm sorry, you're muted. You lipped something, but you're muted.
Dead. He's dead.
Huh? No.
Dead.
Okay. He's dead now, but after that, before he was dead, he had a lucrative job.
The man is dead, T. The man is dead.
He had a lucrative.
Yeah. So when he made the nappy-headed hoes comment, he was on simulcast with his radio station with MSNBC. He lost to MSNBC. He eventually got back on the radio. I'm not sure if he got the same type of money. I'm sure he was making a lot of money at that point. But yes, he came back years later to make money. Yes, at some point.
I want to say this.
Not the same. But
dear
yes.
Black people, stop expecting Black people to lose out on deals for being anti-Black. That only works if they're white. That only works if they're white. We say nigga. We say nigga on records. We call Black women bitches on records. We don't lose money over that shit. Right? But if Eminem ever dropped a record and was like, yeah, these Black bitches and my niggas, no matter how enduring the term may sound, it's a rap. Because he's white.
If he said it one time in his career,
and here's the truth.
He said it one time.
Here's the truth.
He's done.
There are Black people that are like, and that's Eminem. It's all good.
Yes, there's a bunch of yes.
Right. And that's the biggest difference between being anti-Black and being anti-Semitic, because they know they have, like, what you don't understand is, like, we don't know what power we have. We don't truly know what power, even though people can scream it to the fucking heavens, it's because you haven't seen it and you haven't truly learned it through witnessing experiences. To be anti-Semitic, Jewish people know the power their voice has. Adidas didn't drop Kanye West until one of the higher members in Adidas was like, yo, I can't work here until y'all do something. That's when all the dominoes started to fall.
I think what we have to do.
It's a German-based company.
Yeah. T, listen to me. T, you are right. Brian, you are right. Felix, you are right. And I feel like whatever you take from this man is what you take from this man.
I think
he made college drop out. No. No, you're gonna let me finish. You're gonna let me finish. He made College Dropout, and I feel but
Khalid was on that album.
You're gonna listen. You're gonna find something. You're gonna find something that you don't like about somebody, right? Right? You're gonna find something that you don't like about something, especially in the entertainment world. You're gonna find something that you don't like about somebody. And Kanye has given us enough clips. has given us enough clips to put in the gun and shoot at him. Right.
But to play devil's advocate, you got to understand that Kanye West was never like this when he was broke. You know what I'm saying? He was humble as fuck. He changed when he started getting money. He started being.
What do you mean by broke?
Started getting money. I think his attitude was kind of like diabetes in black people. It just festers. It's under us until we start eating a lot of sugar. Once we start eating a lot of sugar, oh shit, we got diabetes. It was just fading.
The only thing I
was just waiting for Kanye.
The only thing I agree with T is that like the beginning of this podcast is just that, it's like a trend on social media where when one person like is popular to cancel somebody, instead of you doing your own fucking research and actually understanding, you know what? I think it's totally different. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
to me, canceling.
What does that even mean?
To me, I don't like that. I don't like that word. But to me, okay. So for me, not to fuck with Kanye West will be like for me not to fuck with my own brother. And let me break that down. Like, my brother had issues, right? My brother had mental issues, right? And for me, it was just like, I'm not gonna cancel him because, and I hate that word. I'm not going to separate myself or dismiss myself from this person because he's going through some things. And for me to compare my brother to Kanye West, I know it might seem crazy to y'all, might seem crazy to anybody's going to watch this shit, but this is how I process this shit. Me personally, this is how I process shit. For me, he's that crazy. He's fucking crazy.
I don't think he's crazy. I don't think he's crazy. I think he's too egotistical and too prideful.
I'll go further than that.
I use the term.
I'll go further than that
because on one of the segments, like, he's like, "Why should I listen to you?" Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not rich, so to me, it's like, okay, if you're not in the status that he's in, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's prideful.
Let me go a little further real quick. If y'all let me put this out here. So when Kanye West came out, he was rocking with Donald Trump. When Kanye West came out and said slavery was a choice,
and he has a right.
Wait a minute. Right. No. Right? Yeah, he got it right. Everybody got it right. That's where I'm going. My whole thing is, how many people do y'all know say shit that y'all don't agree with? It's like, nigga, you like. What makes Kanye West a qualified source of information? It's what I need to. This is where I have
he
to
doesn't.
wonder. That's my exact point. Kanye, Brian listed a few things, but specifically, the George Floyd piece. He got that misinformation from someone else. So for you to listen to somebody or this. To be like, I don't hang on every word this motherfucker says.
But here's the wild shit, though.
Wait a minute.
Here's the wild shit from that. Has anybody in your realm, has anybody in your world ever said some wild shit about George Floyd?
Yes.
No. Wait.
Yes.
My realm? No.
Felix. Yes.
In my realm, no.
Brian,
there's this dickweed named Hassan Campbell that's saying that he's not dead. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Like
right,
you know.
Look. So let me finish real quick. Let me give you this. Let me give you this real quick. So, slavery was a choice. That's an ignorant statement, bro. You say ignorant. Once you say that, Omari looking at you sideways. That's one thing. Number two, the fact that the nigga made Gold Digger and then lived it out. Like he's not crazy. Stop giving him to call somebody crazy. is a lazy excuse. Not saying you, Ron, just talking about in general. Kanye West is not crazy. He's just not as smart as people want him to be. Period. Number one, he said slavery was a choice. Hold up. Wait a minute. I'm not. He said slavery was a choice. That's an ignorant statement. The fact that he said black people are the first Jews, that's not an anti-Semitic statement. For him to think he can't be anti-Semitic, number one, if you are Jewish and you say something derogatory or negative about Jewish community, yes, you are being anti-Semitic even still.
Right, because what he said compared to what, compared to what Kendrick Lamar believes, his in Kendrick Lamar's religion, how is it any different? Right.
I don't know, but what I'm saying is the fact that he thinks that because he's black and black people are the first Jews, you can't be motherfucker. A person who we know to believe is a Jewish person can be anti-Semitic. The fact of the matter is, Kanye West.
Google Larry David. Google Larry David and Google Curb Your Enthusiasm for this bullshit. Because I'm sorry, T. Go ahead.
So there's been shit along the way that Kanye West has said that's either double talk or
we
just
all can
foolishness.
agree. We can all agree that he wasn't lying. Look what happened. Like I said, look what happened to Nick Cannon. Look what happened to Roxanne.
We can't do that.
Okay.
Kanye West. To be honest with you, I don't believe that Kanye West is losing. People saying it's anti-Semitic because that's an easy out. Like these companies are saying, wait. They're saying that because it's an easy out. What they're really doing is severing ties with somebody who sounds like he knows what he's talking about because he speaks well. But just because somebody speaks well don't mean they're speaking truthfully. Like he doesn't speak truthfully. So they're realizing, oh shit, I'm better off cutting ties with him because he's a fucking idiot.
Just because he wears a kufi don't mean that he's right.
to celebrate being a billionaire, only to blow it up in less than a year.
Is it Uchi Wally Wally or is it one Mike?
Tells me that you're an idiot.
Is it Black Shorty Loss or Owe You for Ice? What was the last line?
Is it Black Shorty? Is it Black Girl Lost or Shorty Owe You for Ice?
Owe You for Ice. Thank you, T.
I've been real all my life.
I've been real all my life. Confusing with conceit.
Thank you for the Jay-Z references.
Appreciate still lost though. Nas whooped that ass, but yeah.
So I understand completely when Brian tells me I don't give a fuck about Kanye West. I completely understand because Brian is a man.
And Brian I fucking love you for feeling that way. I fucking love you, man, for feeling that way.
If you actually see, like, I've muted Kanye on Twitter. Where I've muted him since 2015. It's not like this is new.
You should. And that's
right. You muted him since 2015.
I listened to T, and I don't like when they talk about Tekashi. I don't like him. I don't care what he had. I don't care what happens to him. That's what I want people to vote for Kanye.
He went away because people was like, bro, the best medicine is to stop. Listen, just don't get a nigga no attention.
And you really want
the difference is Kanye West's impact reaches beyond just music and colorful hair. So what I look forward to, and this is the thing, so niggas is like, oh, Kanye West, black community. Hold up, niggas is wearing Gucci like never before.
Niggas is still wearing Gucci, right?
No. We not gonna say still. We're not gonna say still wearing Gucci. No, we're not gonna say still wearing Gucci. They're wearing it more than they were before Gucci put that bullshit ass new shit out. before they put the blackface
Do you
shit out.
have earnings of this? What
People still
have,
drinking. People still going to Starbucks and drinking their coffee.
We're still going to Starbucks.
How they
like
treat
we're still
black
wearing Timberlands. Like we're doing all of this shit. Listen, we have to listen. We have to have a better quality of life for ourselves. This is what it comes down to. We have to have a better quality for ourselves in life because Kanye ain't doing shit for my pockets. Kanye West is not doing shit unless you have a great stock, a great little stock inventory in your closet. It's gonna be great. But other than that, what is he bringing to your life, my nigga? Like unless he's affecting your life. Wow.
Move on.
Why do you give a fuck?
Hey,
exactly.
This is the funny part, right? Remember when LeBron James did the decision and he went to Miami? What did the city of Cleveland do? What did the state of Ohio do?
The city of Cleveland like they crucified him. If they could hang him on a cross, they probably would have.
What? No. Like something that's tangible. They did something tangible. What did they do?
Burn the jersey.
They burned this jersey.
That's stupid.
That is equivalent to putting him on a fucking cross.
You spend your own damn money. Yeah. You spend your own hard-earned money to burn a fucking jersey.
My God, you know how much a replica jersey costs? A replica costs $100.
But then when he came back to Cleveland and gave them a championship, Sir LeBron, you are the greatest ever.
I want to see these same social media warriors burning their Yeezys because you know they got like 5, 6.
Burn the Yeezys, right?
Let me see you burn your Yeezys.
Burn them ugly ass shits. Burn your foam runners. Burn your 350s. Burn your 550s. Burn them all. They were ugly to begin with. They were ugly to begin with. I don't understand. Listen, I'm gonna go on my Kanye rant, goddammit. Them shits was ugly as fuck. Every Kanye shoe that came out, except for the 350, was ugly as shit. So you literally just put them shits on your feet because
Brian is showing. What are you showing us, Brian?
You follow the trend.
What are you showing us, Brian?
At Nice Kicks on Twitter showing somebody from Florida burn off 40 pair of the Yeezys.
There you go. I made it. Y'all see my post earlier. I said Nike Air Force One is about to go up. The stock about to rise.
What's that on a rippy tie?
Burn the Yeezys.
Burn your Yeezys. Burn them.
They gonna burn them. They go listen. They gonna burn them just to go buy them again at a higher price.
Whatever. Burn them.
Just like they went and burned their LeBron jerseys and 4 years later went and bought them at a higher price.
Right.
That shit is fake. It's emotion. Stop thinking with your emotions and think with your fucking head. Like Felix said, fuck that shit. How much you spend on that shit?
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, like,
at least cut grass in the motherfuckers. You gotta burn them.
Right. Go hiking in them, bitch.
You know what I'm saying?
Go hiking in them bitches. Like,
don't use it for style.
It's called a runner for a reason. Running them shits.
You know what I'm saying? Go jogging now.
Go jogging, goddammit.
Shit. Hey, but listen. I want to get into some other shit. So let's get on to some other shit. All right.
You stupid. Laugh, nigga, laugh.
Yeah, let's get on.
Laugh it all.
Speaking of laughing, I got to go see. Me and Felix got to go see Ali Sadiq the other day. Man, that was a great show, man.
That's what's up.
It was good because I got to see Teddy Carpenter. He's always been one of the people who I wanted to see because he's not a big time stand-up comedian, but he's a local legend. So that he be able. I love it.
On your timeline on Facebook, is that the
Ali Sadiq he dropped his stand-up special on fucking YouTube. The Domino Effect is one of the top 10 stand-up specials I've seen in the last 10 years.
Okay,
very good.
It's really good.
DC represented.
No. He's from Texas.
Yeah.
But his opener, Teddy Carpenter, is from here.
Oh, okay.
Fetus went out and linked out with me. We saw him at the DC Improv. But he gave us way more time than he was supposed to. And I thought that was dope. And he stood out after the fact. You know what I'm saying? Signed autographs, took pictures. He did a lot of other shit. But Ali Siddiq, dope dude. My guy, a friend of the podcast. Still haven't got his interview, but glad to have him. He joined us for a brief moment. A couple episodes back. My man Dwayne Watts is
Yo, that's a funny dude.
Dwayne is Brandon T. Jackson will be here in like 2 weeks.
November 3rd to 5th.
Yeah, the 3rd to the 5th. And Dwayne is one of the open acts. I don't know where he is as far as the listing, but he's one of the open acts. And I thought that was dope because we've been to certain shows where the stand-up comedian has his traveling crew with him, but then you do have some who travel but then have the local acts be their show. Like Brian, I believe you went to see Mike Epps and he had some local talent.
Yeah, he had
on stage.
Yeah, he had Dominique there. He had Eddie Bryant there.
Yeah.
I think he had somebody else there. I can't remember, but Dominique like tore that shit down. Like,
man, one of my favorite things to do is to go to see an established artist or comedian, and then or artist or comedian, because it's happened a lot of times, and then their opening acts be low key dope, and you see them before they blow up. We saw
DC DMV stands the fuck up right now. Stand the fuck up.
Hey, listen.
That's what we
do. So
stand the fuck up. Chocolate City, stand up.
Ryan and Felix, they and his wife Felicia, we went to go see Ryan Davis, probably like 8 months ago.
One of my favorite comedians right now, Ryan Davis.
Facts. He's definitely one of the podcast favorite comedians. Yeah. One of the people who opened up for Ryan Davis, Austin Hall.
Yeah. Super
hilarious. Cool. What we didn't know based on him coming out is he's from DC too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Or he's from the DMV.
I didn't know.
Listen, if you think Ryan Davis is one of the next to blow, or he's already dead, Austin is not that far behind. Like, Austin just put out a special.
Oh, did he?
It is phenomenal. This guy has it.
On what though? On what? Where can I see that?
It's on all platforms. It's only audio though.
Okay.
It's all platforms.
It's audio.
But,
okay.
But what I'm trying to tell you is, like, if you watch his stand-up, his name is Austin Hall. If you watch, this guy is like,
hilarious.
He's in a unique position to be black, but don't look black.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, yeah.
Did I talk about the Miss Pat comedy?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure I shouted out Vincent Bryant because he was hilarious, and he's hilarious on Instagram too. So if y'all don't follow Reed Bryant, I think it's Reed Bryant 9, but like if you don't follow him, like you should probably follow because he doesn't have a lot of stuff on like YouTube like that, but he's fucking fun.
I need links to all that. I need links to all that.
Oh, most definitely. You know the pod gonna post those things, man, because it's not. So one thing about I think I can speak for Brad because I've known him long enough. One thing about us when we post shit, and we never gonna be the people like, yo, I was one of the. Nah, we don't care about, like, we don't do this shit for clout. We do this shit because, like, yo, if I think it's dope, I think this person should blow. Like, I'm gonna blow. I want to put you on.
This is living room. This is living room talk. This is living room talk. This is barbershop talk.
Right. Absolutely. We don't do this shit for clout. We don't talk. We don't bring up a name. So later on we can like, yeah, I was putting people on. No, I'll tell you, yo, I've been on from the beginning, but that's just the truth. Right. But I ain't gonna say it because I'm trying to get you on. I'm like, yo, these people are the next wave. Like, they're the next wave of comedy.
Yeah, there's a couple out there. Clint Coley's hilarious. I have a CD. Like, it was a lot of his jokes was on the CD that we heard live. But like, yeah, like I hope he developing a special out of it. I know he's touring right now. Or toured over the summer. there's a lot of young guys that's coming up that's right on the verge. So the DC Young Fire is actually coming down. I want to kind of
and a brother made we got somebody on in the backseat that made a movie. Wait a minute. He made a movie.
Another one.
Right. Another one. Another one.
Yo,
Felix, talk your shit, Felix.
Who believe? I think my man's on mute or something, but
he's on mute right now.
I know he's going to have a premiere in December. I'm thinking it was December 3rd. I don't want to put false information out there, but I guess he's going to have more details as they come. We're going to definitely have it up there.
Kelly God?
Yeah, I think he's on mute.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I do have a movie premiere coming up, you know what I'm saying? My debut film, you know what I'm saying? I say, Felix, I say, do me a favor, baby. If you cut me out, please let me know. I'm excited. Hey, listen, I'm sound like Aloe Black. I'ma tell everybody.
I'm
like, listen, bro. I know I only got one scene. You know what I'm saying? But I made impact, baby. You gotta make sure they see my impact.
You see the motherfucking walk? Look at my walk. Look, I walk across the screen.
Yeah, man. Impact.
Impact.
That's all I'm saying.
It's all about impact.
Impact. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Every offensive lineman can't go to the Pro Bowl.
Right.
But, hey, listen. If I'm your right guard and I pull for the running back and you go to the touchdown, ain't nobody gonna see me, but you know I was there, baby. That's all I'm asking.
I was there. You see me in the motherfucking walk? I was in the background. You see the walk? I went to the grocery store.
So since we're talking movies, I want to talk about the MCU for a little bit.
Okay.
I want to talk about and the reason why I want to talk about it is because I feel like the adult core MCU fans, it seems like the collective has feels abandoned after by phase 4. Like,
okay.
I feel like every movie that has come out since Endgame has gotten mixed at best reviews.
Ooh, because Endgame was, oh God.
I feel like
Endgame was everything.
I think
Captain America grabbed Thor's hammer.
Pause.
How do you come back from that? How do you come back from Captain America? Wait a minute. How do you come back from Captain America? Dun, 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 dun. How do you come back from him grabbing that hammer and talking about let's go? How do you come back from that?
Pause button all the way, dog.
Listen, he grabbed Thor's hammer. Listen, goddamn it, he grabbed Thor's hammer. Goddamn it.
Pause.
No, okay, let's break down phase 4 though. Like, let's break it down. Because I think a lot of it is because it's like a lot of comedic bullshit, like not bullshit.
Man,
like
Disney.
Move back is Love and Thunder. Let's just talk about movies. I don't know. We can go back to the shows, but let's talk about movies.
It's
Love and Thunder. Shit. Oh, Shang-Chi, Black Widow,
Doctor Strange,
Spider-Man. So that's 6, right? And I'm probably missing something.
Dun, 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 dun,
I think that's no. Eternals.
I said Eternals.
Okay. So is 6 of them?
Yeah. So Black Thought was an afterthought. I mean, like
Black Widow.
Black Widow was an
afterthought.
Sir,
don't you dare diss Black Thought, sir. What are we doing here? Don't
after the god Black Thought. My bad, bro. Black Widow, was kind of an afterthought. It was shoehorned into the, you know what I mean, just like an epilogue almost. Right after Endgame. Shang-Chi was good. Like, action scenes was good. I'm not it just felt like they was trying to force a lot of the mythology and a lot of information around where the rings came from and who he is and like these other dimensions. They don't really fully explain this shit. And they did the same thing in Miss Marvel. And that's so I think they're having like a lot. Honestly, they're having writing issues, and on top of some CGI issues that we see in She-Hulk, like, and even in Shang-Chi and Moon Knight, they've had CGI issues. So along the TV realm with Moon Knight, Captain America, and Winter Soldier, WandaVision, like stuff like they're trying to branch out. So like these different narratives don't seem the same. So WandaVision is not going to
Marvel is like, listen, Marvel is like good pussy. Let me just break that down to everybody. Marvel is like good pussy. Sometimes a pussy can get loose, okay? Sometimes a pussy can get loose. Listen, but it's still good pussy. It's still good pussy. Listen, Marvel can get loose a little bit, but it's still good pussy. Marvel has the right to have a loose pussy every once in a while, goddammit. You just gotta tighten it up. Do some Kegels. Marvel just gotta do some Kegels and get it and just get it a little bit tighten it up, but it's still good shit. You understand?
Hey,
it's still good pussy.
But now let's go with your analogy right now. If it is that, are you as a man gonna tell a woman that her good pussy is loose?
Right. So
no.
Right.
We're not going to tell
Marvel. We're not going to say Marvel's fucking up because Marvel ain't DC.
I'm asking you the question. Right. As a man, are you going to tell Marvel her pussy loose?
Right. No.
So how she know?
No. Right. Because it's still good pussy at the end of the day.
So basically, what you're saying is the
Kegels. It's not DC.
So what you're saying is the Kegels not coming. The Kegels are not coming.
And you can't say that, Tay. Don't you say that. Don't you watch that, Tay. You'll be good. The Kegels are coming from Marvel. The Kegels are coming from Marvel.
Yeah, I think it's coming. Like, because in a couple,
the Kegels are coming from Marvel.
In a couple weeks, we'll see Black Panther.
How? I'm gonna tell you exactly why.
Break it down.
The MCU will never regain the glory days. It will never regain the glory days. And do you want to know why? Because they don't have anybody in a main role as polished and quality of an actor as Robert Downey Jr.
Okay.
The second Tony Stark died, we all collectively knew, okay, it's gonna be a fucking drop off. The question is, what is it gonna look like?
We think Marvel. Wait. Can we agree that Marvel was here before or no?
No.
What?
What do you
Marvel
mean?
was never here before? When they tried to recorrect the whole Avengers series? Am I tripping?
From the MCU? I'm only speaking from the MCU.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So you're saying Marvel was never here at any point?
No.
Really?
You mean as far as like a high or a low? Like what do you mean by that? Like already here where?
From a low. I'm saying from a low standpoint, Marvel was never here at a low standpoint. Never.
No.
Really?
Marvel was riding high. You going from Civil War to Ragnarok.
So Marvel never lose. Marvel never lost. Marvel never lost in this whole.
Even in their movies where people might say, "Oh, it wasn't the best one," they didn't lose out. Like they didn't lose out. The closest they came was maybe the second Thor. And I think the fact that it was a lot of female empowerment, that a lot of macho men felt some type of way about Captain Marvel. But it wasn't enough to take away from the high, that because you knew the end game was coming. It's like you gave it a pass, you knew end game was coming. and then Endgame didn't disappoint. But
So
in
I'm
my
going.
opinion,
So,
the Endgame was, in my opinion, the writing on the wall.
so I'm
Because
going
to
back
me-
to even. I'm going back. I'm not talking about necessarily the Avengers series. I'm just talking about Marvel as a whole. As
No.
from
The
even
answer
from
still
the
stays the
so
same.
even from the X-Men,
No.
even from the X-Men series, you're not saying it.
No, that's not MCU though. X-Men
How
is
is
not
X-Men not
MCU.
MCU?
It's not MCU. That's
Is
not MCU.
X-Men not Marvel?
Yes,
X-Men
but it's not
Marvel is
MCU.
It wasn't MCU. It's Fox. So Fox made those.
Yes.
But was that still
That's
okay? But was that still a mistake from Marvel as a whole?
No.
It
wasn't.
no.
Okay.
I'm only speaking from the MCU.
Anything that
The
came from
MCU.
Feige was-
Yes.
So you don't count. So we're not talking about talking about X-Men. We're not talking about Spider-Man.
No. Yes, Spider-Man. Yes, because Spider-Man is part of the MCU. The Spider-Man that's in MCU.
MCU stands for what? Wait. MCU stands
Marvel
for what?
Cinematic Universe.
Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Right. So Spider-Man is part of that.
Tom Holland Spider-Man is.
The Tom Holland Spider-Man is. Not the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man.
Because technically the Blaze series is
No,
Marvel.
that's not MCU though.
No. You're not listening to me.
Yes,
Marvel,
Blade is Marvel.
Blade is Marvel, right?
Blade is Marvel, but it's not MCU. I'm talking specifically about the MCU.
Okay.
The MCU. And once if you look at what Marvel is, if you look at what MCU is now, you look at the issues that people had with the MCU, and then you look at Endgame, and you really look at that movie. Like, yes, it's a great movie, but the hacky, like some of the flaws from the MCU now is like, damn, look at the leaders. You can follow a Captain America, you can follow a Tony Stark, right? Those were the leading guys. Hulk is like, nobody wants to hear the smart Hulk. He was probably one of the weakest points of the Endgame.
Okay, but are you? And listen, I'm not trying to be funny asking this.
Go ahead.
Brian, you're a comic reader, right?
Mm-hmm.
T, you're a comic reader.
Yes.
Where did Felix go? Is Felix gone? Is it Felix?
I don't know.
Okay.
Somewhere.
You guys are comic book readers, right? So
yes.
So you guys know that a character has gone every which direction in a comic book, correct?
Yep.
Let me go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish, and I'm gonna give you my point on where the comic.
A comic book character has gone through multiple metamorphosis. They've gone through characters. They've gone through different. So to create, well, I guess what I'm trying to say is there's always a correction in comic books. There's always a correction because there's so many different ways that you can put it on a big screen, right?
I think I know where you're going. Let me give you an answer.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me give you an answer. The majority of a lot of the MCU fans, and I can say this based on how much money they make versus people who actually are comic book readers, a lot of their fans don't read the comic books. So that's where
a lot of this. Go ahead.
So let me give you an answer. A lot of people who are MCU fans are not Marvel comic book fans.
And that's where a lot of this gets fucked up.
So what's happened is a lot of the stuff that's happening now, you'd have to be diehard comic book fans to fully enjoy. And even then you can have room for a complaint. Whereas before you had great movies. They aren't giving you great movies. They're just not great movies. Just bottom line. Like, I think now, me personally,
it's a loose pussy right now.
Me personally, I don't speak for the majority that don't like the movies because I like the movies. Because I'm like, we're talking about the MCU as if these are movies that are going to be up for Academy Awards. We're watching action movies, right? That's what we're watching.
Mhm.
So I think people have, like I said, Endgame was the cap to what people can expect. Now, Spider-Man is different because Spider-Man it's just a different love for Spider-Man. There's three characters in comic books that people are generally just going to gravitate towards regardless. Spider-Man, Batman, and Superman. Those three.
Okay.
Now, if you can make a half decent movie, you'll be okay. You gotta be, if you can make a 6.5 in any of those movies, you'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you why Spider-Man and Spider-Man, I'm not gonna get the DCEU yet. I'm gonna stick with the MCU. Why Spider-Man works is because, hold up, Spider-Man works. No, oh wait a minute. We gonna get there. Spider-Man works. Spider-Man works because Spider-Man is a kid. So kiddie shit works for kid movies. Disney Plus, the relationship with Disney is greatly affecting the adult quality that the MCU presented.
I have one of the great. I'm sorry. Wait, who? I'm sorry, B. Was that you?
Go ahead.
I have one of the in my mind, in my opinion, in my mind, I have one of the greatest minds in this whole comic book realm. Okay. And that's my cousin. And that's my cousin. I'm representing Canada right now.
Your cousin Skeeter.
That's my cousin David Michaels. One of the greatest comic book minds of our time.
You dropped that nigga name like he got a blue check on Instagram. He got a blue check.
Listen, he needs to have one. He needs to have one.
I'm speaking from my cousin Benjamin Bostic.
Right.
Who does he got a blue check?
Listen, he needs to have. You know, when we talk about somebody having like a sneaker room, this man has a comic book room.
Okay.
Comic books could fill this can fill a small bedroom.
And what does your cousin say that what is his opinion on it?
I would love. I'm not going to speak to him. I would love to get him if we can have a MCU, Marvel, comic, DC, whatever conversation. I would love to have him on here at one point. Okay. Because he feels that in his opinion, as the comic book reader, as long as it's on the big screen, to a certain degree, as long as it's on the big screen, it's fulfilling our childhood dream.
We've already got it. That's my whole point. We've already capped it out now. So now it's like a free fall of emotion. Because we've already maxed out.
Well, I think yes, the Endgame was the dopamine hit, and I think on purpose.
Captain America grabbed Thor's hammer.
And to your point, like, I wouldn't go over the top and say never, because they still have the X-Men in their pocket, and they still got the Fantastic Four in their pocket. They still got shit in their pocket.
We haven't seen that yet.
So like there's still stuff in the pocket that they can build. They're slowly, like, they had to like start again from square one. Now, do everybody like all the characters that they are starting with at square one? No, and that's partially their fault. There's a little bit of fanboy, weird gamer bro, like weird bro.
It's right, B. It's weird, right? It's weird.
Some of that, and then there's some plot stuff that's weird that they're trying to like stuff some stuff in. Like the actual shows, there are critiques that you can make on each individual show, right?
Yeah.
And movie. And that's one of the problems. So you can lay that on top of the weird, like, kind of blowback some of this, like, the diversification stuff is getting, and then, you know what I mean? Like, so you can move that way. So, but there's like Kang is coming in February. Like, it's like, I'm not it's a little too early to write all of this shit off. Which I get your point. The leaders, you know, there's no Captain America, there's no Tony Stark. They're laying groundwork for 3 different teams, or 4: Thunderbolts, New Avengers, West Coast Avengers, and Young Avengers. They're trying to develop, so they're developing like 3 or 4 different layers of comic book characters, and it feels a little convoluted right now, but I think as they go along, you'll see it come to this. It's a wide pyramid. Pause. Like, it's a wide pyramid, and it's going to come out to a point. I believe.
I want to let me add this.
It'll work that way.
Not only has it taken a hit because you lose Tony and you lose Cap, you also you had it, like what the MCU was at first. The MCU had a good amount of seriousness and brevity to it. And once the Guardians of the Galaxy came out, they've really got to explore that funny. And it's like, I don't know if it comes from a comic book or a comedy book. And I mean it in a good way. Guardians of the Galaxy made it like they really brought the fun to the MCU.
But
now,
what makes the MCU,
hold up.
What makes the MCU
But now
so great, they have the ability to explore.
But they're not exploring. They're so formulaic right now. Like every Thor, like Thor 3, both of the Thor's movies, the last 2 Thor movies, it's so much comedy relief. There's so much comedy relief to the point where it's like now they get like it's hijinks. Like
what I'm saying by exploring, they have DC can't release these series like how Marvel.
Yes, they can.
Marvel can't.
Yes,
come on.
DC already. DC
is trash.
No, they're not.
DC is trash.
So let me defend DC.
They do not. Let me stop you. Thank God, James Gunn. Thank God James Gunn is heading over.
Wait a minute. Okay? Don't try to give him points now. It's my turn. So let me correct you.
No, DC
let me correct. No, stop.
DC can't.
Let me correct you.
DC can't release a She-Hulk series.
Are you serious? Do you know how many? See, you
come on,
Brian,
man.
I love you, but you're speaking from ignorance right now. And let me enlighten.
No, man.
I'm gonna rail off how many successful DC series there are. Arrow, Flash, the Universe one, the She-Girl, like
what?
they're so She-Girl, Stargirl. They have at least 5 successful TV shows.
Those are no. You're not listening. You're not listening because Flash is a character from DC.
Let me give you something.
No.
I'm gonna give you something.
Flash,
let me give you this real quick.
Character that we all know.
You took a shot.
Flash
let me
is a
defend.
DC character that we all know.
I'm gonna tell you.
It was a DC character that we all know. We don't know. Everybody does not know She-Hulk.
Let me give you something. Can I give you something? The error in DC's ways is that they work too hard to keep the movies and the TV shows separate to the point where they established their characters on the small screen, but didn't cast them in the big screen. Had they put Arrow in a movie with the actor who played Arrow on the show that had 8 successful seasons, if they casted the Barry Allen that was on the TV show and put him in the movie, those movies would have seen bigger success. But the fact that you have to
thank you for my point. Right.
Listen. What I'm saying, but you that's not your point.
That is my point.
Your point.
DC is trash.
No,
it's trash. Trash.
DC movies have been trash. It's incorrect. What you're saying is incorrect.
Trash, bro.
It's incorrect. It's incorrect.
Stop it.
No, you should stop what you're doing.
We're not going to do this.
The DC movies.
What?
You said the DC movies are trash.
The DC DC universe is trash simply because they don't do what you just said they don't do.
But you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Sure you can.
No, you can't. And then let me give you this. Wonder Woman was not trash.
Wait,
Superman. Wonder Woman was not trash. The second
Wonder Woman was not trash.
I need to see
it was actually fire.
It was actually fire.
The second one, trash.
Trash.
The Superman.
Name a Marvel sequel
wait a minute.
that was trash.
Wait a minute.
Name an MCU movie that was trash.
Wait a minute. Superman, not trash.
Trash.
No.
Trash.
Superman was not trash. You're bugging. Superman was fucking fire.
The Harvey, what was his name? What's the guy that played
Henry Cavill.
The first
Superman,
one?
Yes. Fire. The
Right,
second one,
Batman, Superman.
trash.
Trash.
Aquaman wasn't bad. Aquaman
was I won't say it was fire, but it was damn good. I'll say this. Aquaman would get a lot more praise. Yes, it was good. Aquaman was good. Watch when Aquaman 2 comes out. This will be the best. This will be the first time they have a sequel that's better than the first one. But let me say that. I'll say this.
Let me ask you this, T. Hold on, T. Wait. If you were, what company would you like to take helm of? Would you like to correct DC or Marvel more?
You said who? What I would like to take helm of?
You.
Me?
What would you
take DCEU.
What would you like to correct? What would you like to correct
I
more?
would take the DCEU, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Because why?
Because
it's trash.
No, it's not that it's trash. It's because DCEU has characters that has shown that you can reinvent them time and time again. The MCU hasn't shown that. How many iterations of Tony Stark has there been?
Give me a character in the DC universe. Wait a minute. Give me a character in the DC universe that's equivalent to She-Hulk. Let's do that real quick.
Wait a minute. Because She-Hulk has not gone over yet. She-Hulk has not gone over.
What I'm saying is, give me a character.
She-Hulk has not gone over.
Give me a character in the DC universe that is not
Harley Quinn.
Let's be honest. She-Hulk is insignificant.
Harley Quinn is a problem.
Who?
Harley Quinn.
That's a good.
You're not okay. Listen to me. You're not understanding my question. T, you're not understanding my question, and I'm not giving it.
Ask it again.
Oh, right question. I'm not doing it right. Harley Quinn is a beast. Harley Quinn needs her own. These are movie series. These are TV series. She has them.
She has them.
But what I'm saying is Harley Quinn is higher than She-Hulk.
But she's not listen.
Harley Quinn is higher than She-Hulk.
Because they've done a good job with her.
That's not all right.
If you take away the movies, the MC, this era of cinema, Harley Quinn was not a main. She's not a recognizable name in DC. She's a sidekick to the Joker.
Joker.
We're talking about a sidekick. You know the
Joker. The Joker is one of the most main characters in the DC universe.
But she's still a sidekick.
But you. That's like comparing. That's like saying comparing Little Kim to Biggie. Like.
No.
Listen, Harley Quinn. Everybody knows about Harley Quinn. Nobody knows about She-Hulk. DC cannot release a She-Hulk character.
She-Hulk came out. It's like the She-Hulk you're developing her from scratch in the movies. I think I'm getting what Ron is talking about. Harley Quinn's first of all, Harley Quinn was originally made for the cartoon show, so it's kind of they were kind of
created just to be a fucking sidekick.
Yes, on the cartoon.
Harley Quinn was created in the 1995 Batman series, was she not?
Just to be a sidekick.
So we're talking 1995. That's damn near 30 years ago.
Around the same time as She-Hulk.
No, the She-Hulk was She-Hulk.
No, it's not because She-Hulk. No, it's
the mid-80s. She-Hulk was origin started in the mid-80s or early 80s or something like that. Might have been late 70s, but like. I get what Ron's saying to a point. Like there's like if you're gonna, I don't even want to do the Harley Quinn versus She-Hulk. I'm just trying to let's get off of Harley Quinn. Get off of Harley Quinn.
Okay.
She-Hulk,
1980, by the way.
Let's get off of
1980 when She-Hulk's first appearance, but okay.
Okay, so
yeah,
all good.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm trying to I think streamline Ron's point a little bit. The Marvel is trying to introduce characters that are not in the main discourse of the last 20 to 25 years into like,
and they are doing a hell of a job.
No, they're not
doing it. Go ahead,
no, they're not.
No, they're not. And DC is.
No, they're not.
And DC is.
No, if you want to, wait a minute. So let me get it straight. So you're saying that DC is the bar or it's MCU the bar? It can't go both ways. Which one is the bar?
I'm not saying it's both ways. MCU is different. Marvel, listen, okay. Marvel is the bar. Marvel's the bar.
No. MCU is the bar. MCU is the bar.
Okay,
the MCU is the bar.
You're being too all right. You're being all right.
It matters.
You're doing your T-isms.
No, Ron,
okay, we're gonna sit here and do the T-isms. We're gonna sit here and do the T-isms. So the MCU, not Marvel. The MCU is the bar. Go ahead.
Yes.
Okay. Because it's not the same thing, but go ahead.
It's not.
Go ahead. No, I know.
I'm gonna tell you what.
You're saying it's not. I'm agreeing with you. So go ahead.
But listen, this is why I'm gonna tell you why it's not, Ron. Because the MCU only has certain characters that they're licensed to. So there's other Marvel shit that I don't want to listen. This is why I say this. I say this to protect the MCU because there are shitty quality movies that come out that are Marvel that has no reflection on the MCU.
Do your T-isms. You're doing your T-ism. I get it. All right.
But
do your T-ism.
Don't get it twisted. MCU has dropped some duds. The New Mutants, that shit's trash.
Yes, they have.
Shit's trash. Yeah. Like they got a handful of shows. They
do no DC
Marvel.
Cloak and Dagger. That's MCU. Trash.
Marvel Studios haven't been the same since Spider-Man and Endgame. Like it's been on the decline for some reason. Man, I think they're getting too fucking comfortable.
Felix. No. Felix. Hey, Felix. Oh man, my man, Felix. Directario. Felix. Who would you like to go to and recorrect a little bit more? Would you go to Marvel or would you go to DC right now and be like
DC all day?
DC all day, right? You would go to DC right now and be like,
if you ask me which I prefer, DC or Marvel, I like DC because DC is more painted in the real world than Marvel. Marvel's too kid friendly.
So you know what I'm saying? So in your mind, so Felix, in your mind right now, who hasn't met your expectations? Marvel or DC?
See, that's a different question.
No, it's not.
You didn't ask you, motherfucker. Stop it.
Felix the Great.
Oh man,
motherfucker here.
Felix, who would you rather go to right now? Would you rather go to?
DC, man.
or Marvel right now?
DC.
Thank you.
I don't get your point there. No, wait, hold on, Felix. I need to know I need to know Ron's point in this.
The reason why I fuck with DC, like,
because no, hold on, 1 second, Felix. Before you get into that, I want to hear that. I feel like what our reason for choosing DC, Ron think we're proving his point. So I need to know what your point is in saying this.
Are you talking to me right now?
Yeah, because I feel like you're saying
because DC has been trash.
But that's not why we're saying it, though.
Felix,
we're not saying it because we're not saying it because we want to be saying
that, Felix.
To be honest with you, I felt like I think the only thing that DC, like the only movie I felt like has been trash from DC was Wonder Woman 1984. Really, I fucks with Batman versus Superman, and people don't like it for some reason. I can say, like, I can understand that it's been rushed. The Justice League, that has been trashed, but
super rushed. It was super rushed.
But I appreciate the Zack Snyder version. I watch that shit every day, and it makes more sense. Now, back to the topic though. Batman versus Superman. You see Superman. It left off when Superman, fighting. I forgot the name. People died. That's what I say. It's so realistic. Unlike Marvel will just like these Captain America or what's it? Scarlet Witch will destroy majority of the town, and you won't hear that one person and all of them survive. Like, come on, like really? And not only that, they made it like for instance, like I said I was not gonna watch it, but I did. It was for free anyway. Thor, Love and Thunder. Like, is it a comedy? Like this is supposed to be a god,
right? So
same thing with the Incredible Hulk. Like, what are we doing here? Like, is this?
I'm not saying Marvel. So Felix, to your point, I'm not saying that Marvel has dropped I'm not saying that every Marvel movie has been a classic, because it hasn't been. I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is for your artistic mind, for you, who are you less disappointed with?
Now, everybody has their own opinion, and I'm
only asking you, Felix. I'm only asking you. Who's been less disappointing between the two comic book companies?
Movie wise, show wise,
movie. I'm only basing it off of movies, sir.
You already know the answer. You already know the answer.
No, say it. Just say it. Just say it. Say it, Felix.
Can I answer the question?
No, you can't, P. You can't say nothing. You can't say nothing.
Well, listen,
I don't think this is fair, though.
I'm going to veto you. I'm going to answer the question.
I'm going to answer the question.
I'm going to answer the question.
It's not fair.
I'm going to answer the question. The answer is DC has been more disappointing.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. I want to say this. When you're asking the question, where would I rather go? Whether I'd rather go to DC or MCU, I'm going to choose DC because I can go to DC and I can choose to either build on the characters are there, or I can rewrite them. You can't.
That's my whole point, T.
No. That's not the point. We're not making the same point. We're not making the same point. We're not making the same point.
Can you make it better? T, can you make it better?
It's not about that.
Can you make it better? Yes or no?
Listen,
can you make it better?
Regardless of what I think, anybody can make it better, or they can make it worse. You're doing your
T-isms right now. You're doing your T-isms right now.
If I go to the MCU, the MCU time, guess what? I don't have Tony Stark. I don't have Captain America because you can't rewrite those stories.
Can you make DC movies better?
That's irrelevant to why I would
T,
go
answer
there.
the question. Yes or no? Can you make DC movies better?
It doesn't matter. So, like, what
does it matter?
Because you asked me a question and I'm not answering it the way you wanted to. Because the whole point is we would go there because we can save it. You want us to go there to be their saviors. Can you make a better DC universe? I'm going to answer your question with a statement that you made about 10 minutes ago. The best thing they did was they hired James Gunn.
Thank you.
That answered your question.
Thank you.
But here's the thing. This is why that's a beautiful thing, because DC has shown time and time again, like right now, I can make a Batman movie. Oh, wait a minute. They just made a Batman movie, yes? It was a good movie.
Classic.
The Batman movie was a good fucking movie.
Classic.
Guess what they can do in 2 years? They can make another Batman movie, and it ain't got shit to do with whatever happened in that movie. And nobody gonna be like, oh man.
Wait, T, what's your point?
I'm telling you my point. My point is you asked me what I would choose between would I go to MCU or DC. The reason I would go to DC is because I'm not constricted by their timeline. If you go to MCU, you are constricted by their timeline.
Because it's fucking Marvel.
Marvel
releases characters. Marvel releases characters that nobody knows. Marvel releases characters that nobody knows about.
Yo,
and you know
but
what? You fucking
just dropped the ball. DC just dropped the ball already.
I love you, Ron. Look at me, Ron.
In case you didn't know,
talking T-isms, see. Talking T-isms.
In case y'all didn't know, I don't know if y'all seen it, but Black Adam just came out and
fire. It was fire. The Rock is going to be a problem. The Rock is going to be a problem. Let me tell you why.
I mean, right now, so you saw you say it's fire.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it myself.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Number one, representation, number one. Because with Black Adam, you don't just get one black superhero. Oh, you get two. If you see it, you get two.
T.
Black Adam is not a superhero, though.
It is as simple as this. You have to produce the better quality of movies.
You just asked the question, Ron. You asked the question. Oh, I'm not saying Black Adam is a superhero. The Rock is a superhero, sir. The Rock is a superhero.
I just felt like
The Rock is. Listen, let me give it to you.
I just felt like his company. I just felt his company is not like the $7 production. I felt like they need. I think if the Rock really wants Black Adam to succeed, his production needs to step the fuck back, because I can't name one movie that The Rock did and it was good.
Wait a minute. That's crazy. Number one, that's crazy. But let me give you this. Hold up. What?
The Rock has been
thank you like you just made your point or something.
The Rock has consistently made bad movies. I can't name one.
You're looking at it the wrong way. The Rock has consistently brought people to the box office.
What Marvel movie? Wait, I'm sorry.
Hold on.
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
What Marvel movies?
I don't care about box. I don't care how much it's sold.
I
care. All I care is hold on.
Let me give you something. Pause again.
I don't care about
Fast and Furious.
I don't care about that. I care about.
You doing your teasers? Don't do Fast and Furious.
Hold on.
We're not talking about Fast and Furious. I'm talking about The Rock as a superhero.
Hold on. Let me say something. I don't care. Hold on. I don't care about box office. Box office don't mean shit to me.
No.
All I care about is replay value. Is it worth watching again and again and again?
Right.
Yes.
How many? Who has? Listen, T.
The Rock
out of the
is the superhero.
Out of the two companies, who has done better?
We've already established that. Like, why? Like that doesn't change.
And that's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is produce a better quality.
Let me ask you a question, Ron. Let me ask you a question, Ron.
All I'm saying is produce a better quality of product. That's all I'm saying.
Let me ask you a question, Ron. If you got to choose to go to the MCU or DCEU, which one would you choose, Ron?
Based off of what? Don't do your teasm. Don't do
you
your
say it to
teasm.
us?
Base it. Break it down.
Did you?
Because I'm going to Marvel. Are you going to go to Nike or are you going to go to Adidas? I'm going to Nike.
I'm going to Adidas.
All right. Okay.
And
break down. So break down. Right. So that's what I'm saying. So break it down. I'm going to Nike because Nike's fucking Nike. But if I'm going to change shit, I'm going to go to Adidas. So you just proved my point.
Mr. Line Quoter. Did Adidas jump over the Jumpman?
You the last one. Motherfucker, you the last one to talk about Line Quoter, nigga. You are the last one. You got the loudest mouth. You are Jimmy Mouth of the South Heart, nigga. You are Jimmy Mouth of the South Heart out of all of us. So cut the shit.
We are kindred spirits and quoting lines.
That's your bullhorn, nigga. You are Jimmy Mouth of the South out of all of us. So cut the shit. Say it again.
Did Adidas jump over the Jumpman?
Don't do that dumb shit. Don't do that dumb shit because no. No. Don't do that dumb shit. I'm gonna go over to listen. First of all, to get to get in the ring.
What say it did?
So to get in your ring right now, yeah, I'm gonna go over to Adidas because Nike's still fucking king, just like Marvel is still fucking king. So I'm gonna go over to Adidas and try to change the landscape.
Okay, so let me give you something.
Of that company.
Let me give you something. There's been multiple people who've been with Nike and they don't get to do shit. They complain about the quality of their shoes. They complain about the control creatively of their shoes.
Where are you going with that?
I'm about to ask you. You compared Nike and Adidas. So with the MCU, I said you are beholden. You are trapped in their timeline.
What?
You're trapped in their timeline. So let's see. Like you don't have Black Widow. You don't have Captain America. You don't have Iron Man. You don't have any of those. There's nothing you can do about those.
Give me a character. Right.
No,
give me
you don't know. You don't know.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. So you don't know.
Hold up. You don't know with the multiverse. With the multiverse.
Oh, fuck a multiverse. Fuck a multiverse.
Hold on. You know that.
Fuck a multiverse.
Hold up.
DC can't do a Black Widow movie.
There's Tony on.
They have one.
Hold on. On the Avengers Secret War, they're gonna bring back Tony Stark.
But it won't be Robert Downey Jr. though.
It will be him.
It ain't gonna be Robert Downey Jr.
So what are you saying? Wait. So Michael. Wait, hold on. Wait. Michael Keaton, George Clooney, Val Kilmer, Christian Bale,
Ben Affleck.
Twinkle.
Is he proving my point right now?
Who was the last guy from Twinkle
Toes? You about to prove my point. Wait, what are you naming? What are you naming? Wait, what are you? Hey, Ron, what are you naming, Ron?
The glitter. Who's the glitter? Wait. Who's the glitter vampire? Who's that glitter vampire that they brought back? That's
he did a good job. Don't sleep on him.
I don't know his name. I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't know his name. What's his name? Robert Pattinson, the glitter vampire.
Okay, you're proving my point now.
Okay,
you're proving my point now.
Say what?
You're proving my point right now.
What is your point, T?
My whole point is I would go to the DCEU because they do that.
Because Marvel is king. You can't create another Iron Man because you know what? Robert Downey Jr. You can't create another Robert Downey Jr. Because we love Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man is the GOAT of the MCU.
Right.
Period.
Because you know why? Because they created.
Okay, so just because. Wait, Ron. Right? Okay, wait.
They created great movies. Who do you want to replace? Who are you going to replace Robert Downey Jr. with? Who are you going to replace? Who are you going to replace Wolverine with? Who are you going to replace Wolverine with? You can't replace Wolverine.
Yes, you
Hugh
can.
Jackman
Yes,
is
you can.
coming back
Stop.
for the last
Yes, you
Deadpool
can.
movie.
The answer is you can. The answer is you can.
Tom
Wait.
Cruise was rumored. Tom Cruise was rumored.
Tom Cruise. That was.
Go ahead, Felix.
Wait.
Go ahead.
You're
Brian.
saying that you're saying Marvel's falling off because they can't make different iterations of the characters they introduced. But wait. But you also, even before this podcast existed, said that they couldn't introduce Thor's and Captain America's the first time because they were B and C list characters from Marvel. So they've now had C, D, E, and F characters introduced in those movies, and they've carried billion-dollar price tag ticket sales. So yes, they can if they wanted to, and they probably will with like Felix is saying with what the multiverse is. It's I don't like Black Panther will be the first major character of theirs to be recast at some point. They'll recast Tony Stark, they'll recast Wolverine, they'll recast Captain America because they can. Because they've made the properties bigger than the actor at that point. Like that, it is what it
is. There's so much stories to be told, especially with Black Panther. Like, you know what I'm saying? With Storm. You know what I'm saying?
Because they haven't done it, Just because they haven't done it doesn't mean they can't do it.
Yeah, they can definitely do that.
Wait. Let me get this straight. The same company right now that you're saying got loose pussy. Ron, that's you saying that. They got loose pussy right now. They are loose pussy right now.
But it's still good pussy. It still gets sweat. It still gets sweat. It still makes you nut.
It's still good pussy, right? But after a while, I mean, you know, sometimes if it's loose and it ain't getting no tighter, some other chicks at the bar you gonna holler at.
Marvel will always get tighter.
Listen, I don't know that.
Marvel will always tighten that pussy up. Marvel will always tighten that pussy up.
All I'm saying is
we've had 6 movies
ever since Disney got involved with Marvel, they've been coming out with some watered down bullshit.
But that's not true either, because they got Disney bought Marvel after Iron Man 2. So they've been involved with all of those movies. Like Iron Man 1 and 2.
I don't think it's Disney. I think it's the creation of Disney Plus.
Felix, as a franchise, just as a franchise and as a whole, who can do better? I know
right
they
now,
both can do better.
Right now,
they both can do better.
Felix, I know they both can do better, but let's be honest, who can do better?
Right now, DC is about to take over.
DC's about to take over.
I don't know if it's going to take over.
It really depends. It really depends how good Black Panther this in a couple of weeks. If Black Panther does not do what it's supposed to, because right now it's on a decline already. And Black Panther is supposed to it's about to all right, let's forget what happened in the past with the other couple movies. We're about to start off with because ever since Spider-Man, they dropped the ball with the Eternals. They dropped the ball on what's the latest Marvel? See, it's that bad. Doctor Strange was you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And now Thor. So
let me say this. Can I say this real quick?
But as a franchise, who would you say, Felix?
He said DC. They got the biggest hill to climb. DC.
Who do you say, B?
He definitely said the same thing.
DC. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So I'll say this. This is what the issue, my issue with the MCU fandom taking a turn for the worse. Is because what they've grown to expect on the big screen, I feel like as much as they complain about shit being the same and being formulaic, they didn't know what to expect from the small screen. And we talked about it going into actually I think it was our first our first episode back, we talked about the Disney Plus and the shows that was going to be on there, and the shows I talked about. I specifically talked about was WandaVision. Now,
which was a good show.
It wasn't about it being a good show or not. It's about it being so far left that people who aren't fucking locked in are going to get lost. And I think that's
to the point
happening.
where you have to watch WandaVision
yes.
and What If
because
in order to understand Doctor Strange. Exactly.
So previously, you didn't have to watch the first one of this. Like, it was cool to watch it, but you didn't. The movies were good enough standalone that you didn't have to watch anything else to enjoy it to its fullest. You know what I'm saying? You can watch Iron Man 3 without watching any of the other ones. And still,
as a comic book reader, who's done better?
I think they've both done fairly well from a comic book reader standpoint. Because
from when to when? Like that's important.
As a friend, I'm speaking. Okay, I'm speaking as a franchise.
Because
I'm not talking about now. I'm not talking about the present. I'm talking about just as a franchise, as a whole, as when we started watching these movies from when we were 8 years old to wherever, to this point on, as a franchise, who has done better as a comic book reader?
Ty.
You're saying it's a tie?
Not a tie.
Yep.
It's not a tie.
I'm gonna tell you why.
It's not a tie.
I'm gonna tell you why it's a tie. I'm gonna tell you why it's a tie. It's a tie between the MCU and Marvel.
I'm done. I'm fucking done. Yo, fuck you. Fuck you. You cool. Look, Felix, you cool. Brian, you cool. T, fuck you. I'm out of here.
We just. No.
That was some bullshit.
I said it.
Destination, bro.
Listen, I was half joking, but I was saying that because, like, the DC in its entirety, the reason why we are let down is because of everything going into this era of cinema, right? Because you had the Uncanny X-Men as a cartoon. That was the shit. Yes? That was the shit. But the Batman animated series was a better series.
No question. No
Right?
question about it. No question about it.
Better series.
No question about it. No question about that.
What the MCU did to elevate themselves was to actually go through the comic books and create their own timeline that includes a lot of the comic books, but gets rid of a lot of the convolution that's in the comic books to maintain. And that's why this is why I said they're sort of confound to that timeline. Yes, the multiverse does allow them opportunities to delve into other shit, but I don't think they will. I think they're going to use the multiverse to expand upon the main timeline, because if they don't do that, then it'd be pointless to have done what they've done thus far. One of the issues with the comic books is if you get another writer and they start writing some shit, like how many times did this character die to come back to life? It gets crazy. So it's like you don't know which you want to have one main storyline. And one thing we like about the MCU, why we love the MCU, is we love the connectivity of it.
Give me a DC moment. Give me a DC moment like Captain America grabbing Thor's hammer.
Bro, you gotta stop it. You gotta stop it. One of the things, like for instance, one of our favorite things about
I'll answer that question. I'll answer that question.
Pause it. Pause.
Super pause. When the Joker on Dark Knight. You know what I'm saying?
But see, that's what I'm saying. When Ron is talking, when Ron is talking, he's not including the Dark Knight in his conversations.
I'm not, because the Dark Knight, the Christopher Nolan, the Christopher Nolan Batman was unreal. Unfucking real.
That same Christopher Nolan created the Superman, created Batman versus Superman. Like he created that.
He produced it. Zack Snyder.
He produced it. He produced it. He didn't direct it. He produced it.
He birthed that lane. He birthed that iteration. You know what I'm saying? But I'll say this. What I like about the DC, and I get what Brian said. Yeah, they can recreate and cool, yada yada. But it's not the same. Like, we're not going to forget that we saw Iron Man die in Endgame. We're not going to forget.
Why would you want to? Why would you
exactly? So, like, going to a multiverse and bringing it back, like, yeah, but Iron Man's dead.
You know, like you do know they do bring people back from the dead, like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my God,
we're not. But they're not doing this. You are talking about
that's the comic book world, T.
But they're not doing that.
He doesn't want to hear that. He doesn't want to hear that.
They're not doing that.
That's the comic book world.
They're not going to fucking
Just because it hasn't happened doesn't mean they're not going to do it. That's what I was talking about. Like, yes, they haven't made another. Like, they show 5 actors for Batman. Yes, because George Clooney's played Batman. Michael Keaton. They all play Batman. That hasn't happened yet because it hasn't happened yet. They started in 2009, not 1991.
No. I'm not talking about recast. You're talking about a recast. I'm not talking about recast.
And they'll make
talking about retelling.
Sense. They'll make the recast or the resurrection, or they'll make it.
It would make it make sense.
They'll make it make
sense.
They'll
make it make sense.
That's why writing comes into play.
Thank you. DC does not make sense.
Of course it makes sense. But will they though?
It's comic books, bro. Like I don't.
But it's not comic books anymore.
It's still comic book.
It's not comic books anymore.
It's comic film. It's comic film.
There you go.
That's a great term. That's a great. Hey, trademark that shit, bro. Before you do anything else. Wait a minute, sir. Trademark that. Wait a goddamn minute. Comic film. Thank you.
Like, She-Hulk just climbed out of her screen and jumped into another TV show to get to a robot, Kevin Feige. Like, just not the. I'm sorry, I spoiled She-Hulk. Like,
it was a terrible fucking episode.
Yeah, it was terrible. But that's what
I'm terrible. Fucking.
It was a bad finale.
Sorry, Felix. Just listen. At this point, if a spoiler comes out, it's not a spoiler at this point, Felix. Sorry, that was a terrible episode. Now they've been up and down as far as like they never hit a 10. The best they got was like a 7.5, 8, and they just wavered. They just went up and down.
I'm a mute and not pay attention. So
they went up and down the entire. I'm not saying anything about. I'm not giving any details about the show. I'm just saying they went. Whereas I think WandaVision started low and went fucking to 10. They started at like a 3 and went to 10. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier started at a fucking 7 and went to 10. Hawkeye probably started at like a 5 and went between 5 and a 7. 5 and a 7. So maybe went to 6 and 7. Like it stayed above average. Moon Knight.
That show was good too. I need
Moon Knight at a 6 went from a 6 to a 9. It wavered from 6 to 9. What's the Miss Marvel? That show never went above a fucking 5 in my opinion. It never went above a 5. Miss Marvel. Oh. Exactly. Yeah. Like which one? Yeah, exactly. And She-Hulk had a lot of great stuff. And like it's very Ally McBeal cheesy lawyer / superhero show, fourth wall type shit. But the thing about it is, the problem with her being a fourth wall breaker is that we have Deadpool and nobody does it better than him.
Yeah, Deadpool. That.
So I get with the whole you can do a lot with it.
You mean Daredevil?
No, Deadpool broke the fourth wall.
Oh.
Like talking to the audience as if like they're not in the movie and shit.
Yeah, right.
Like she does that. Like, but that's written in her comic books. She does that in the comics like Deadpool does. So I think, and a lot of what I'm saying isn't about me. I'm just going off of what I'm hearing, what like the feedback I'm getting. A lot of people did like the CGI in She-Hulk look terrible. Terrible. Like, so like I get it, you saving your money on a TV show, but it looked terrible. Even
for Marvel, yes.
No, it looked terrible. Even
Marvel's like $1 billion company.
Right. It looked horrible for Marvel. No, I'm agreeing with you. It looked horrible for Marvel. Yeah.
So it's like I think that it was humanizing enough where you can actually like She-Hulk, so you can look forward to her in a bigger role. But it was like, this is just a vehicle to try to do something later on, like one of those things. But it just wasn't a great fucking show. Now we're gonna watch it because we that's what we do, but it just wasn't a great show. Loki started at an 8 and stayed at an 8 and went from 8 to 10.
Loki, oh yeah.
Loki was the best top to bottom show out of all the TV shows.
I don't know if it's better than Moonlight, but
it's better than Moonlight. Excuse me. It's better than Moonlight for me.
I like Loki better than Moonlight.
For me, I have Loki, Captain and the Winter Soldier, then Moon Knight. Because what the thing about the Moon Knight was, it's just the story of it is like it's felt real agenda based in my opinion. Just like Miss Marvel, like it's really like when I feel like I'm seeing through your motives, I start side-eyeing shit. Like I'm side-eyeing you right now. I'm like, nah, what we got going on here?
Wait, so was that your top? Wait. Did you just name your top 3 Marvel series? I'm sorry, show series?
From Disney Plus. From Disney Plus.
From Disney Plus. That's what you just did.
From this phase. From this phase, I ranked the ones in my opinion from this phase.
Okay.
Arrow.
Okay.
I mean, Hawkeye. I like the action in it. Like I like the action, and I like what's my guy name? Fuck the actor.
Oh, I don't even know. I don't know.
Jeremy
Piven. Jeremy Renner. I'm a big Jeremy Renner fan. Not Piven. I'm a Jeremy Piven fan too, but I'm a big Jeremy Renner.
Shout out to Entourage. Shout out to Entourage.
Factamundo. But I disagree with you guys on how the fact that y'all don't think that The Rock's presence in the DCEU
you like Fast and Furious, bro. Of course you're gonna disagree.
No. But I'm a big Rock fan, and Rock.
He doesn't make good movies, dog. I'm sorry.
You're tripping, bro.
I'm not tripping. It's facts.
You're tripping.
Even Shaw and Hobbs, that shit was horrible.
Can
you name me one good? Can you name me 3 good movies from The Rock, please?
Like Walking Tall.
Yes, Walking Tall, Gridiron Gang. Walking Tall, Gridiron Gang. The one with him and
it took you that long. It took you that long to answer that.
I don't remember the name. These are not even his biggest movies. The Rundown. That was a good movie.
Rundown. Yeah, I like Rundown.
And then I can name Jumanji was a good movie. Jumanji was good. You didn't like Jumanji? Jumanji was good.
Yeah, I like Jumanji.
Now, do we have some that aren't great? Sure. Like the San Andreas, but that's not him. That's the fucking storyline.
Yeah,
it's the story. It wasn't him. It was the storyline.
So Black Adam's storyline.
No, what I like about The Rock and his presence is he gives them somebody to go against Superman, like really go against Superman, and that brought Henry Cavill back to the DCEU. Them going away from Henry Cavill would have been a big mistake.
Is that part of the comic? Is that part of the comic books as well?
What?
I don't know. That's why I
Right,
said
right.
it's bigger than the comic book.
They fought each.
Yeah.
They fought
He
each other
fought. He
before.
fought.
It is,
Superman.
right?
He fought.
They
He
fought
fought
each other.
Superman. He fought Superman, and this is when Black Adam actually found out about Shazam, and Shazam didn't know about.
Shazam, right? Okay.
Yeah, he didn't know about his powers. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's in the comics though. But back to the
Like-
discussion. I'm sorry.
Like
The Rock. The
Shazam
Rock
2
hasn't.
is gonna
I'm
be
sorry.
good.
The Rock hasn't make. I'm sorry. Doom
Yeah, you
trash.
So would
What?
that be,
You
would that be a
bugging.
proper? Would that be?
You
Would that be
want
a
trash?
proper? Wait.
That's
So
a
in the
trash
Black
ass
Adam's-
game.
So on
Faster,
Black Adam's side, would that be a
faster,
proper
trash.
build-up?
Faster was trash. That's a
Uh,
shitty movie. It wasn't him. It's the movie.
I mean,
So would that be?
I like.
so
I
would
like
that be
Pain
a
and
proper
Gain.
build-up?
I like Pain and Gain.
Pain and Game was weak too, and that
No,
got
that was
3,000 in
Empire State. Empire State. That was trash. Hercules. That was trash. San Andreas. Trash. Central Intelligence. Trash.
Nah,
Baywatch. Trash.
you watched that shit? Nah, you watched that shit.
In an air-
You
yeah,
watched
yeah,
that
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
You
Shit was
watched that
trash.
shit.
Rampage.
Yo, the Rock,
Super
yo,
trash.
the Rock, yo,
Skyscraper.
Red Notice wasn't
Super
trash.
trash.
Red Notice wasn't trash.
What?
Listen, all
Red
due
Notice.
respect to the Rock, but he's had more duds than success. Come on, man.
Red Note,
Come on.
no, I disagree with that. Red Note was not trash.
Oh
Red
my
Notice was not trash.
God.
Red Notice
Notice-
was horrible.
What? Shut up.
They don't make any
Hey,
fucking
I gotta work in 5 hours. I'm at the Rock has bad movies. He has some decent ones. To answer Ron's
He has
question,
a lot of bad ones and good ones.
having a villain that's got the character and charisma of the Rock is a great build up to have. Just like how the X-Men, Fox, Marvel movies had, Magneto and
Magneto.
when you have a villain with as much charisma as somebody that like the Rock brings to whatever character he's playing, that's a great thing to have. And that Black Adam and Shazam are like kind of like kryptonite to Superman, and that adds a little bit something to it too, like because magic is something that Superman can't really fight sometimes. So,
which would be a great build up, right?
so
That's something-
to answer your question, if you're gonna
Watch
start
DC
off
flop
with
it.
Black Adam and if you're gonna like try to soft reboot the DCEU or DCU, whatever you want to call it now, because they're not calling it DCU no more, the EU no more. So like to answer your question, if you're gonna start it off with Black Adam as a soft reboot, that'd be a great place to start. And now they got a guy named James Gunn to kind of push that.
I think James Gunn needs to be involved in every project, and I felt
Yeah.
like
every
Yeah.
goddamn
He's
project.
Be
he
like Kevin
wasn't on Black Adam.
James Gunn is about to be there, Kevin Feige.
He needs to be on every project. I'm sorry, The Rock. I
I
understand
I
you're
forgot a show.
Dwayne
I forgot a
Johnson.
show. Oh, wait. So you said TV shows from big screen. DC does have a TV show from big screen.
I'm a Peacemaker.
Peacemaker. Great,
I watched that.
great show.
Great show.
Great show.
I got HBO Max back. I
Use
need
one of those streaming services you use and watch that one.
No,
Ron.
you're right about that.
Yeah,
No, I
Bobby.
watched the Peacemaker. It's on Amazon Prime.
Is it?
It's
I
on
thought it was an
Amazon
HBO
Prime.
show.
Don't get it twisted. I watch
It's a
it.
great show.
All right, we had the
Oh,
destination.
and the boys.
Even
the
listen,
boys.
I got all of them, so it's on one of them.
ET.
The boys is DC product
Boys is-
property
yeah,
too.
I'm
No,
sorry.
no, it's
Yeah.
not.
I'm lying. I was joking. I was joking. It's a good show though.
We at the destination, man.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say watch Andor if you're a Star Wars
I
fan.
forgot my $5. I need to cash up, y'all.
Yeah.
8 motherfuckers. 8.
That gallon and a half. We need that.
8. I'm sorry, the 8.
Because we've been rolling for 2 hours. We probably spent like a half a tank.
Yes, indeed. Hey, listen, man. It's been a season finale, man. We had to, get into it. I promise on season 4, episode 1 will be a lot more composed. I'll try to have the whole game. I think I got a good idea for season 4, episode 1.
So what
But,
we're gonna do? This is live. We're still live, right? We're still live.
Yes, we are.
Everybody that watches this live, the 5 people that watch us on YouTube live.
What?
What we're gonna do is I'm going to release episodes until we get to 20. I think we're like 6 or 7 episodes behind as far as the DSPs. So if y'all go back, I think we're on 14 or 15. I'm gonna get. I got an all first verse in there too. So we're gonna drop that, and we're gonna get to 20 before we start season 1. I think he said 2-week hiatus. So and then we're gonna try to drop regular. So and I'm with that. We need to drop regular. We
Let's
need
get
the
to it.
regular, and what I mean, whatever else we're gonna develop regular. So I mean, in between time, I mean, we're gonna be on that. But I'm releasing all the backlog. It's not a regular scheduled release. I'm like every other day. As soon as I get them edited, they're gonna come out. And then I'm gonna try to get a best stuff out there, but it's hard to make a best stuff, bro. It's a lot of it's a lot of recording.
That's a lot of content.
I'll probably get one day. I'm gonna get on Fiverr and shoot somebody $50 in the code to and
Yes,
see
sir.
if they can put the best stuff together. So
Hey, listen.
yeah, but we're gonna drop a bunch of them over the next 2 weeks to get us live for season 4, episode 1.
Hey, man. Thank you, Ron. Thank you, Felix, for joining us tonight. B, thank you for actually staying up tonight.
Yeah.
You already know.
You've been on a ride up.
Yeah. Peace.
1.
Peace.
Oh, wait. Before I go. Oh, no, y'all. No.
Thank God.
All right, no, we out here. We out here.